My name is Behle. I'm from Kearney, Nebraska. I'm a senior here at UNL, and the business that I was working on, it was Contemporary Composites. Contemporary Composites was a business aimed at helping fraternities and sororities with their alumni engagement. Composites are large frame portraits that document who is in the house for that year, just with a simple headshot and their name. I wanted to make that a more informative and interactive display that could be in the house as well as web-based, again, to connect alumni with what was going on in the house. So I was in Farmhouse for less than a year, and I started thinking of it, as I was seeing these composites, that it was a shame I didn't know this person near my hometown was in the house, or that I didn't know that another friend of mine that I had done 4-H stuff was in Farmhouse years before me. And I just thought it would be beneficial if we could know better who was in the house, and so we could interact with them as we would look for jobs or just conversation and get to know people more. As we go out into the business world, we want to be connected to these people, and these people still care about what's going on in the house. I just thought it made sense for the composite system to be digitized, I guess, and to have some of this information more accessible. So once I had the idea, I met with Tom Field and Dave Lamb, and we began to talk about it. I was constantly thinking about what I could do with this idea, and I don't know, sketching out the business model a little bit, writing it up for Dave Lamb's 388 class. And I'd have the peaks and valleys throughout the process, but I thought I'd give it one last shot was my plan when going into the first 3-day startup weekend. And my idea was one of them that was selected to be one of the ideas that was worked on, and so I thought, we went forward with that. I had a team that I got to lead on that, and we gave it our best effort, and through that process it really rekindled the fire. I began working on a lot more last year during the school year, and then as summer rolled around, I thought it's a little bit risky, but I'll probably take this opportunity to see if I can further this business, and again, put my best foot forward in launching this startup. So I came into the summer thinking I'm going to learn how to code because I'm going to need a coder or a developer for this, and I want to be able to learn how to do this myself. So I started out with Codecademy and thinking by the end of the summer I'll be able to be proficient in this and hopefully make a prototype at least. It ended up being a lot more of meeting people and meeting developers, meeting alumni, meeting composite photographers, and seeing what they had to say about the idea, as well as doing some fellowship and grant applications, seeing if I could get some funding. And so by the end of the summer, going through that process, I had met a lot of great people, but it started becoming a little bit clear that there were some hurdles to get over and some obstacles in the way if the startup was going to work. I'd say the great part of it was putting myself out there and saying, my name is Davis Behle, I'm the founder of Contemporary Composites, and this is what we're trying to do. As I would meet with different people, again, as I sat down with a composite photographer, and he said, yeah, I'd love to do this. This is something that's long overdue, we should give it a try. That was, again, one of those peak moments, feeling great, but then there were also the times of sitting in my office trying to just think of how am I going to get this developed. That were those real struggles. And I think the biggest struggle was not being able to have a true partner work on it with me. I think I was looking for that partner piece all along, and it never quite came together. The fact that I needed a partner was essential to learn. That's one of our pillars in the Engler program, is the ability to network to the point where you can have a partner to work on the business with. I think that's something that was lacking. Another thing I learned, I suppose, is to be successful in starting a business. I really wanted to be able to do it myself, and again, without knowing how to develop, without knowing how to take these pictures. I just knew kind of what the business was focused at. I knew the value proposition, but I didn't know how to execute that. And so not having some of those basic skills for the business was something that I learned. And as I continue to have ideas of different businesses, I am really focused on what skills do I have, not only with the idea and again the value proposition, but how can I actually make it happen. I also am confident that I still will need a partner in whatever I start. I'm a relational guy, and as I think about these ideas, again, I just want to be able to work on it with a partner, want to be able to do things with my own skills a little bit and not have to outsource to other people.
Anything else?
I think that's probably it. I don't know. I would tell other entrepreneurs to take the risk of putting themselves out there. I think even as I felt, again, in some of those real valleys throughout this summer, it was so worth it for me to put myself out there. I think that was something that I really had to learn, was not to keep my pride of just trying to keep it all together, but putting myself out on a limb. And that was valuable for the networking. If I couldn't let people know where I was at, they didn't know how to actually help me. And so take the risk, especially if it's an idea you're passionate about. I can't imagine if I see this business manifest for someone else in however many years and think I didn't go for it, because at least I know that I tried it.